Alright, welcome back everybody. So today, my main focus, I want to finish the house. It's very close to done, and finishing it should be definitely doable, at least in this episode, so that's what I'm going to shoot for. Um, on top of that, it would be nice, I want to prepare for and at least try to begin to engage in some of the story content. Um, so I want to try to make myself some tin bronze armor as well. How much I'm going to make, I don't know, because it's pretty tedious without a Helve Hammer, so we don't really have the tools necessary right now to get that done, but we're going to try. So probably there'll be some more mining, a lot of smithing this time around, and a good amount of building. So yeah, let's just jump right into it. Um, so it's the 10th of December. I think I showed that off last episode, but it's the 10th of December. The crops are not dead yet, so that's good. Looks like we're not getting down low enough for them to die, so hopefully they'll just kind of finish growing once it gets warm enough for them to actually start growing again. But it's definitely, full set winter time. There's snow everywhere, so and yeah, I think probably I need to finish the house is probably going to be the first thing I go for here. Or at least I'd like to finish the structure. So I don't know if I'll do all the interiors quite yet, but I'd like to get the structure and like the chimney finished. I'd like to do all that. So, yeah, I mean, I guess let's just jump right into the building. Alright, everybody. That was probably a relatively quick little time lapse there for the building, but I've broken another chisel, so, and I think this time I finally don't have one in, yeah, I'm finally out of chisels. I think I made like 4 of them, and finally ran out, so, I think that means it is high time to get some extra little things that I have moved into the new house. So I'm gonna tools and such perhaps. Probably I will organize a little bit, but not a ton. So I'm gonna move some of this stuff in, and then once I've got this stuff moved in, I am gonna hit a quick trip to the copper mines, I think, because I think that's pretty much where I need to go from here in order to get my what am I trying to think of? In order to make a ton of tin bronze. We're going to need a lot more tin bronze than we have if we want to make armor. Yeah, we got 6 ingots. Not enough. Not going to be enough. And I think we only have... Oh, actually, we have a good amount of copper still. Okay. Maybe it wouldn't be so bad then to... maybe I don't need to do that right away. But now we're going to need a ton of it, so might as well just go get it while I am, out in the area, right? While it's kind of fresh on the mind. Probably better to stock up while that's happening. But yeah, so I think that's what I'm going to go do. I'm going to go get some more copper, and then we'll be back once I've got it. Alright everyone, so we're back, and look at the haul we've got. We got about almost 4 stacks of native copper medium, so this is, each one of these is 4 nuggets, I think, or maybe 2. 20 units? Yeah, 4 nuggets. 1 unit is 5 nugget. Or sorry, 1 nugget is 5 units. So that's 4 nuggets. And then this here is 5 nuggets. So we've got like 4 stacks of native copper. This should be more than enough to get me quite a significant number of ingots. And I can still only make 12 at a time right now. So I may as well make myself another pickaxe while I'm at it. Oops, that's a hammer. I don't need one of those yet. And I think it maybe wouldn't be a bad idea to take a look at what other kind of molds I can make and see if there's any that make sense. Let's see. Okay, everyone. So, while looking for the other kinds of molds that I can make, I found this lamellae mold. And basically, lamellae are really easy. They're going to be a really easy way for me to make a lot of really quick armor. Because otherwise I'd have to So the process for making lamellae is to melt the metal and then just pour it into the mold, and then it's done, right? You take it out and it's done. And the process for making chain, which is pretty much the only other option for armor that I have, that process is melting the metal, pouring it into an ingot mold, taking that ingot mold out after it cools down, heating it up in a forge, and then once it's hot in the forge, then forging it into a plate. And then, well, actually, if you're going to forge it by hand, you can just skip the step of forging it into a plate. But if you're using a Helve hammer, you have to forge it into a plate on a Helve hammer, and then you can punch the holes out. So, and that's with a Helve hammer. That's faster, right? So we would be having to forge 19 plates basically by hand, which is that's a huge undertaking. That would take a lot of time. Whereas instead, we can make and we can only forge 20. We can only melt 20 ingots at a time. So this is what, 12? Yeah, so 12 of these molds is probably plenty. And if I'm gonna heat up a bunch of stuff, I might as well. So I do have Maltese's firearms installed, and I'm not really sure what kind of guns I can make right now. But it looks like the only molds that I can make, which maybe I can make some more with fire clay. Oh, that's interesting. So let's just make a couple of, I guess, what do we need for a pistol? So we can make a wheel-lock pistol or a bossy carbine. What does this all take? Ramrod, bronze pistol barrel, 2 wheel locks, brass plate, board, very aged. I'm guessing that can be any kind of board. 2-shot superimposed load. Oh, that seems kind of mid to be superimposed. Can I make a wheel lock? Oh, okay, yeah. Oh, does that? I'm guessing this is just, yeah, bronze, brass, something of the type. So let's just go with a simple pistol. Let's not get too crazy. So we'll need 2 bronze plates and a rusty gear and a flint. So that's easy. So yeah, let's just make for the ramrod. Okay, you just craft this straight. I'm guessing I'm gonna need some kind of gunpowder for this. I think we need, okay, yeah, we need a cocking lever, so we'll need to make one of these too. But these don't have a durability, so I'm guessing we can just use copper for that, so that's okay. But so pistol, okay, so we're using, okay, so we need bullets. So is the bullet mold like a, is that like a bullets mold? Okay. So we'll make a couple bullet molds too. And then the rest we'll have to forge. So, okay. Now that I've figured out everything I want to make, I'm going to go ahead and get to forging. And by forging, of course, I mean clay forming. right, wow. Well, that was a lot of clay-related tasks. But we've got, I believe, 12 lamellar molds, 2 pistol molds, and a pistol barrel mold coming together right now. And now I didn't even realize I'm probably going to need some kind of gunpowder. Okay, so powder flask furniture, okay. So I do need to make one of those, I think, and I will need to make gunpowder as well, which I'm thinking probably I cannot do right now. Oh, wow. Okay, so there's a whole process for this. Yeah. Okay, so we have the sulfur, but we don't have the saltpeter. I could get some, though. So, also, the main reason that I want to do this is because my main weapon in the in trying to prepare, I should say, to tackle some of the story content, I really want to try out a pistol, you know. So that's kind of what I'm thinking will be my main weapon, or at least one of my weapons to do that. And because of that, I also want some armor, and I'd like a shield too, if I can make one. But so, for anyone who doesn't know, saltpeter you just kind of find naturally in caves. It just kind of appears on the walls in deep caves. I haven't gotten into any deep enough caves to really find it though. So, well, we'll come back to that. I'm sure there's a way down deep enough somewhere nearby that I could, you know, find some of that stuff. And actually, I might even be able to buy it now that I think about it. But, okay, so the commodities trader will sell, but we don't really have any money. So, we have like 5 rusty gears, so I doubt we're going to be able to get enough saltpeter to make a meaningful amount of gunpowder, so we're probably better off just trying to find some. Oh, also, yeah, the excavation of the nearby peat is going quite swimmingly. I've been just tearing out all this peat whenever I need it, so I will fill this in eventually, or maybe I'll turn it into a lake, actually. I kind of like that idea. We'll see. I don't know if that's actually going to happen. That's a ways away for now. But yeah, so I think it's time to smelt up my first batch of bronze, and then I will make start making some more steps towards some of the things that I need for the armor, as well as some of the things that I need for like a shield. Like I want to make a shield, so I'll make some of that. And then I guess I'm gonna need some plates for this pistol, so we'll see how that goes. But yeah, so I'm gonna get this stuff smelting, and then I'm probably gonna do a little foraging too. Alright guys, the first of the tin bronze is done here. So, which actually I just realized I need to get this covered up just in case here. It isn't snowing right now, but it's been snowing quite a bit, so I don't want to risk that my all my molds get popped. And I learned that bony soil is actually stable, completely stable, which is fun, so I can use that. Just bones in the dirt, but bones provide stability, I guess. So hey, works for humans, right? So yeah, I'm gonna just put this all into ingots, and then I'm gonna finish forging up what I've got going here. And then hopefully by that time all my molds will be done, and then another round of smelting and forging can begin. I realized when making a lot of this stuff, which we have a ton of stuff now. So for the shield, we've got the plate that we need for the actual shield and the hoop, and I still need to make a. I can't remember what they're called, but like the thing at the center that holds the shield together. A boss, a shield boss. I still need to. Okay, I'm getting harassed by drifters. I still got to make one of them, but I'm out of food. I also made some more tin bronze nails and strips. I think I needed them for something. Oh, I wanted to make a bellows, and that's what those are for. But I'm out of food right now, so I got to go make some of that. And um, I realized that I actually the brass plate that I thought that could be bronze in the pistol recipe, it actually does need to be a brass plate. It can't be bronze. Wow. It can't be bronze. So I've changed up my. I do need to make some of that. Which good thing? It's just tin or not tin. It's sphalerite. So it's what is that? Zinc. Which we've got a bunch of hits for zinc all around the map here. So finding some zinc shouldn't be too hard. But my molds aren't quite done yet. They should be done soon. But so I'm going to go make some more food. And then I think I'm going to head off to try to find some of that zinc. Wow, the drifters are really coming out in full force right now. Oh yeah, high rift activity, hey? But yeah, so that's what I'm going to do. So I will be back once I've found a good spot to find some zinc. Which I think actually there was zinc, if I remember correctly, because it's required to make bismuth bronze. I think there was zinc in the hole where, in our copper hole. Oh, I'm starving, okay. So that should be pretty easy to find. I hope. Hopefully it'll be pretty easy to find. We'll see. It might end up being more challenging than I originally thought, but yeah, so that's our plan. So I'll see you guys when we're back at the copper hole looking for that zinc. Okay, so while I was cooking food, I got the warning for the temporal storm, but I also found that all of my molds are complete, which is good. Yeah, my molds are all done, so I'm gonna replace some of these. Yeah, the drifters are out in full force, and this is where having some armor would be great, because I take a lot of damage from these guys, and I'm kind of getting sick of it, you know? It's kind of annoying. So making this armor will benefit me more than just making it to go do the story stuff. Although I will say, for the story stuff that I want to get done, probably not this episode, but definitely next episode. That's the goal, is to finish preparing to make that a reality, something that I can actually do. That's what I want to happen. So that's why we're doing all this prep work this episode. I will finish the house today, though. Well, I will finish the shell of the house at least. So finish all the walls, and the roof is done now, actually, which is cool. But yeah, I want to try to make the chimney look a little less floating, and thin it out a little bit and make it actually go all the way through. I think there is a little bit of smoke building up in here, but it's not a ton, so that should be okay. And then I want to finish the separation walls, because technically right now Vintage Story does actually calculate your presence in a room, if that makes sense. So it does calculate whether or not you're inside a room when you are sleeping, and it'll make you lose body temperature really fast when you sleep if you're not in a room, which means right now technically my bedroom is not in a room, so I need to fix that, because it's I'll wake up at 32 degrees C body temperature and be freezing to death. So I don't want that, so I'm gonna fix it. But yeah, so anyways, I think now is a great time to head off and get some of that sweet zinc, so that I can make some sphalerite. So that's what I'm gonna do, or make some brass. But yeah, so I'll be back once we've got that. Alright, so I did manage to find this sphalerite. Not a ton of it, but that's okay. I don't need a ton of it either. I just need enough to make 2 ingots, to be totally honest. So this should be plenty. So anyways, let's return back home. Okay, so the temporal storm that I was talking about earlier, I think may be coming soon. Our friend Dave everyone's good friend Dave has made an appearance. The temporal storm hasn't fully kicked in yet, but I've been getting a lot of the, like, warning, kind of happenings. Oh, here it is, I think. That's, yep, there we go. Okay, so we're just gonna hang out inside until this passes. And then we'll be back to all the fun stuff. Alright, so the temporal storm is over. I think it's time to get back to doing what I do best. Although, I should mention, get your party hats and I don't know what you call them, noisemakers, I guess. Get your party hats and noisemakers out, everybody, because that was actually December 12th, and since we have 12-day months in this game, it's officially the first day of year 1. So that's awesome, right? That's fun. But yeah, so let's get back into the smelting and foraging and story content prep. Okay, everyone, so outside of the fact that we definitely don't have enough lamellae to make this lamellar armor, we do have enough things to make quite a few other things. Firstly, the gun, which this is the wheel lock we need. So this is pretty easy. We'll just throw this together. Oops, I need to grab that other plate. So many times I've dropped, like, hot items into water and then forgot about them and they've despawned. It has happened to me a lot. But anyways, I'm pretty sure I turned off class-specific recipes, but maybe I didn't, so I'm gonna check quick. Okay, so I did have class-exclusive recipes on, enabled. Oops. So that's why I couldn't make it, because it requires the Tinkerer trait, which my class is the Blackguard. So a Tinkerer I am not, but yeah, okay. Okay, so we got the wheel lock, so now we just make this here pistol barrel. Oh, I need another brass plate. Okay. So I need to make another brass plate. That's, oops. Okay, so we've got almost everything we need though. Because I've got the pistol barrel, I've got, so hang on. Let me make another brass plate really quick. Well, I guess while we're waiting, let's try to see if I can make any of this lamellar armor. So we just need large pelts, which in fact, okay, we have at least one large pelt. And I have one black bear pelt, which I think is technically a huge pelt. And can I use this? Okay, I can use this to make lamellar armor as well. So we'll save this for the body lamellar armor because I don't know if you can use the other pelts for the smaller stuff. Oh, you can use them for pretty much anything. Okay. So, okay. I don't want wooden lamellar leg armor. Okay, here we go. This is exactly what I want. Yeah. Okay. Seems a little funny, but I think it'll work. So, to make the... I wanted to make the leg armor, or the head armor? Yeah. So the head armor is really cheap and easy. This is just like this, and then, okay. So we've got, we'll get 77% protection. That's not bad, actually. So we'll just throw that on right away. And, do I get a... Okay, 3% walk speed reduction? That's not bad. And then, I don't think I have enough scales to make any of the other armors. No, I don't. Okay. So I'm gonna have to wait until I... And how many more scales do I need? I needed 19, and that was 3, I think, less. Yeah, so now I need 15 still. No, 16, which I have 4. So, oh, that's actually perfect because I've got 12 molds here for lamellae. And I'm gonna make another hammer too. Oh, I also learned I can't make bullets out of tin bronze. So I'm gonna have to make bullets out of lead or copper. I don't really want to make them out of copper. Does it matter though? Okay, so I want lead. Definitely we want lead bullets. Don't want copper bullets. The damage, there is a damage fall off, which means I'm gonna have to go to one of my many markings of lead. I've got plenty of them, and go get some lead. But first, if we're gonna do a little exploration, first things first, let's make this tin bronze shield. You can make them fancy, but I don't really have the resources right now. But so we've got a tin bronze shield now as well. And then all of this stuff is for the gun, which in fact the flask furniture I think I should be able to make right away. Yeah, I just need a board. So let me grab one of those. Okay, so we got the powder flask now. And I don't know if I need this. I maybe do. We'll see. But so to make gunpowder, so I just need saltpeter. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm gonna see if I can't find a way to well, after I finish smithing, I'm gonna see if I can't find like a really deep hole basically, and then see if I can't get in there to get some saltpeter, because saltpeter just like spawns on the walls in deep caves, so hopefully I can get some that way. But let's pour, what is this? Oh, brass. Oh, I got rid of my ingot molds. Let's pour this brass now that it's done, and then I will get back to making the rest of the tin bronze. So, still waiting for the tin bronze to finish heating here, but it's almost done. And in the meantime, I was able to achieve something quite useful. I've made myself 4 tin bronze chisels. That's right, 4. So the building will continue at a rapid pace. You know, I figured that I would be using a ton more of them anyways, so might as well just make them now. You know, I'll have plenty to use at that point. Once I finally get back to building after I'm done with all this forging and smithing and stuff. But yeah, so I wanted to make another hammer because mine's about to break, and then the last of the lamellae, and then a couple extra ingots because I am running low on ingots, and it's pretty convenient to have ingots just hanging around for when you actually need them. So I don't have to forge more stuff, or I don't know, pour more stuff. I'm not sure. Just makes things a little easier is my point. And then I want to go get some lead, which is actually what I'm going to do right now. So I need lead to make bullets, but I also need gunpowder, which I can only make using some of that saltpeter, and I don't have any. So I have 2 choices. My first choice is to just try to go buy some, which we do have a commodities trader, so it's possible. I believe it's really far away though, somewhere. Yeah, that's one. Furniture, commodities. Okay, this guy's actually pretty close, so I'm gonna go check him. I'll bring my gears. We'll go check him and see if we can get it for enough bullets, or get enough gunpowder for like saltpeter for like a reasonable price. Because remember, so it's 2 saltpeter for 3 gunpowder, And this flask can hold 500. So probably it's going to be best to get a lot. So I don't know if we'll be able to get enough, but let's craft this gun. Wait, I think I need wood for that too, though. Well, hang on. Let's make this gun first for funsies. Let me get some wood, and this is perfect actually because I've got a bunch of random amounts of just like little bits of. This should be it, right? Yeah. Okay. So I don't think I can load this. Missing wadding. Oh, wadding. Oh, I need linen patches? Really? Oh, okay, that's not bad. Hang on. I can make some of that. That's easy. That's easy. Which, well, okay, let's hang on. Well, the gun is made. So all of my gun stuff is made. I just need to make which is actually, this is all getting hard now too. So I'll pick all that up. Can clean up my mess of molds here. And be a little more organized. And I got my my other hammer too, which is good. Yeah, I've got 3 ingots of tin bronze left over though, so not exactly a lot of extra tin bronze, but definitely enough, I think. So we've got the 16 we need now. So let's make the lamellar armor, or the body. There we go. And then the, what was it? Was this? Right? Or I might need to make more pelts. Nope, I don't. Okay. So we've got full lamellar armor now. The leather leg, trust me, this leather jerkin will become useful. We will use the leather jerkin. Eventually, we'll use it more, but for now, it's gonna take its place on this armor stand here, or not. I just put it back on. There we go. Okay, and now we'll put. Wait, why is it not? Oh, there's like separate. Okay, cool. That's cool. It used to be you just had to like put things on and take them off in order, so like there wasn't individual hitboxes for where they were put on. But anyways, so let's get some food. Which okay, we're definitely gonna need to make some more food before we go on this little journey. We've got a shield and which I won't carry this around, but so yeah, we're looking pretty tough. We got 77% full body, 77% protection, and then only minus 9% walk speed, which isn't bad. So chain armor, I think stats-wise, is just directly better than lamellar armor, but obviously since we're, you know, since this is the best we can make without having it be like a huge hassle to make a ton of chain, and then not to mention it's a lot more resource intensive. This is 1 ingot per, so it's 1 ingot per lamellae, which means it's only 19 ingots to craft. But the chain armor, that's 38. It's double because it's 2 ingots per chain, so pretty rough. But anyways, let's see if we can find it. Well, let me prepare. I'm not even remotely prepared for this. I need to prepare. Let me prepare for this journey a little bit by making some more food, getting some more water. I already got more water, but I need to make some more food. And then I also need to... Oh, I wanted to clean this up. That's right. Let me clean this up quick too. And then we'll see if we can buy this saltpeter in reasonable quantities for pretty cheap, or if it's going to be like turbo expensive. Because if it's going to be turbo expensive, it doesn't really make sense for us to buy any. But I really want to use this gun, so Right. Let me make some food. Let me do some journey preparations, and then we will go search for saltpeter and lead, which I already know where there's some lead, but biggest thing that we're looking for is like a deep cave that I can get lead from, which I'm gonna need ladders too. How many of those do I have? 10? Oh boy. Alright. Well, I'll be back when we're ready to go on this journey. Okay, so I've got a lot of food. I've got my shield, which, trust me, this time around I'm gonna want to be prepared for conflict, because we got to go pretty deep to find this saltpeter. So, but yeah, so I'm gonna, well, you know what? I'll keep my armor on. I want to build this move speed reduction penalty, or this move speed penalty reduction skill up with this armor. So it's probably not a bad idea to just keep it on most of the time. Yeah, so I'm gonna see if I can't find a deep cave on my way to this trader, and then if I can, hopefully it goes deep enough that there'll be some saltpeter that we can get, because that's what we're looking for. So I'll be back when we're either at the trader or we've found a big cave. This commodities trader is not even selling the what, saltpeter? Yeah, there we go. The saltpeter that we want. So I think instead I will have to just try to find some in a deep cave, which that's okay. I don't think I would have had enough anyways. Probably I wouldn't be able to buy it in a large enough quantity to make it worthwhile. So that being said, I am going to just kind of run around and look for some caves, I think. There's plenty of them. Oh, this was the first candidate. Yeah, I found this when I was I was kind of nearby. So let's see. Yeah, this could be something. There's even a dead chicken down there, which that's always a good sign, right? Oh, there's about to be 2 dead chickens. Yeah, like I said, chickens not very smart. In fact, not their self-preservation in real life matches their self-preservation in this game, because they love to die. They love killing themselves, and will do so if allowed. Okay, so this cave isn't deep enough. Is this guy gonna attack me? He seems rather upset. I didn't kill this chicken, bro. it fell on its own. Anyways, okay, so this cave wasn't deep enough. Now would be a great time to run across one of those, you know, I don't know if it's a quirk of the... No, it's definitely not, because I've seen these even in one of my very first worlds. I've seen them. Yeah. The, oh, this is another one of the holes that I fell in while playing. Yeah, one of these hole directly to the bottom of the earth kind of holes. This one, surely there will be some saltpeter in here somewhere, right? Yeah, that looks promising. Oh no, I do have to be careful because my torch will go out if I am not. And if my torch goes out while I'm down here, I am in serious trouble because I don't have a fire starter. Maybe it's not a bad idea to make a couple torches and keep one in my inventory just in case one goes out. That's maybe not a bad idea, but yeah, so the saltpeter that we're looking for spawns pretty deep down in the ground, I think. So that's why we're looking for one of these caves that is like, you know, hole that goes directly from Y160 to Y0 kind of caves, you know, which, trust me, again, anyone who's played this game knows they exist. Oh, there's even zinc in here. That's cool. I'm going to make a couple extra torches just in case, so that if the one that I'm using goes out, I'm not totally screwed, because that would be bad. And I've had that happen before where it's like, and you're blind down here. You actually can't see literally anything. It is just pitch black darkness. So I'm gonna make a couple extra torches, just in case, so that I can not end up like dead in a hole. Alright, now for real, it's calm rift activity. That's perfect. So we shouldn't be bothered too much while we're in here. let's head down into the caves and see what we get, what we can find. Saltpeter is our ultimate goal, though we've already found a couple interesting things. The bismuth over here, and then the zinc in one of these passages has zinc in it. Yeah, here we are. Okay. So, oh, this shiver is going to be annoying. But let's just, maybe I block off this water. Yeah, that'll make my life easier. Let's just start heading down. Always risky when going down caves, because you never know where you're going to end up. And you definitely don't want to be falling all this way down. And the creatures get nasty when you get deep. So, you do need to be careful. See, that could have been dangerous. Thankfully, we're alright. Yeah, the creatures get mean. They get mean when you get deep. Yep. That's the shiver that launched itself. Okay. Let's keep going. This game, I don't know why, this game like scares me sometimes. Oh, there's copper down here. Dude, I think I might have misstepped by turning up the copper generation, because, dude, it's everywhere. Copper is everywhere. Like, genuinely everywhere. And this is poor quality, so it's not like really worth collecting, but still, it's like, wow. There is a ton of copper. Dude, this is perfect. This is exactly what I'm looking for. This is the saltpeter that we need. Sweet! Alright. I am actually not even that deep, but wow, that looks threatening. I don't like that look. Trust me, it's these big, like, when the caves are fairly constricted, like they are right now, the cave that I'm in, it's fairly constricted, so I don't need to worry too much about the hostile enemies. But like, when they're big and open like this, be terrified. You will get swarmed. Enemies spawn en masse in giant openings like this, so it's like you really, really don't want to go in those unless you have to. But I guess maybe we can. Another big reason is that it's really easy to get lost. But yeah. You really got to be careful, because the enemies get very dangerous when you're down this deep, and they spawn a lot of them. A lot of them will spawn. I'm just kind of, trying to see what's down here, though. I really don't want to go much deeper, though, to be honest. Get more copper down here. I just want to make sure that my way up is guaranteed, because I've learned, one of the things I've learned when yeah, look at all this saltpeter though. Oh, I'm so greedy. This is greedy. Oh no. Okay, tainted drifter. Tainted could be dangerous. Oh, there's quite a few of them, in fact. Oh, these are deep drifters. Okay. The enemy levels, by the way, go from surface, deep, tainted, and then I think there's maybe one more level, and then corrupted. I think it's tainted and then corrupted, and then like the special variants, and the special variants are very dangerous. So we're not quite deep enough to start seeing the special variants, but yeah, I'm getting very greedy for this, but that's also because I don't really want to have to get more. This stuff is useful for more than just making gunpowder too, so. I want to collect as much of it as I can before I gotta get out of this hole. But I need to make sure that I keep my water and my my hunger up, because I will get slow if my thirst gets too high, and if I can't run, I'm in danger. So having a fast escape route, one thing I've learned is that being able to escape quickly is the most important thing. So that if you're getting mobbed, because you will get mobbed. Oh! See, this is scary. I don't like being down here. They sneak up on me, and it scares me. This looks like it could be... No. That looks like it could be a hole where you go to die. Oh, this is interesting. Hang on. I don't think I can... Yeah. So this is also something that I've kind of been looking for. I haven't seen like any of these yet. But yeah, I like to find the... Occasionally you'll find these like little outposts, and there's another enemy. I don't know if they can get in these one by one. Okay. Yeah, sometimes they just do that too. They just run away. It's like, what? They'll scare you half to death, and then they'll just run away. I guess, thanks for now. Oh, what a treasure, what a treasure. Oh, my goodness. Guys, this is crazy. Aged bed. This is the best bed in the game, by the way, and you can only find them in these structures. There's no way to craft them. Oh my god, what a... This has been an amazing excursion that I've engaged in. Yeah, these are super rare. I went my entire first world, like 250 hours of gameplay. And rice grain. No seeds, though. Oh. Can you make seeds from the grain? No. Darn it. Rice grain is the best grain in the game, and it's hard to get. Plus one of these cool little fancy chests. Yeah, this was awesome. Oh, a cloth pile. That's fun. I don't really want that, but I guess I'll take it. Wow, my inventory is full now. Okay, let's get out of here. This has been yeah, I need to eliminate this guy before I leave though. I hate that sound. That is such... Dude, I'm serious. Okay, yeah, we're getting out of here. I just saw something heinous down there, and I don't like it, and I want to go home. I'm scared. I want to go home. I don't like it here. Come pick me up from this field trip. I'm scared. But yeah, that sound, that like clicking sound that the shivers make, that's part of the reason I think they should be renamed to skitterers, because what kind of creature makes such a off-putting, upsetting sound? It's very upsetting. I don't like that sound. Yeah, I don't... The caves are awesome, but they're very dangerous, and they're very scary, so I don't like being in them often. But this has been a magnificent excursion into the dirt, because, wow, I have profited greatly off of this. So I think it's time to not be greedy and get out of here while I can. Funny enough, this trip where I intended to spend money, I'm walking home with more money than I started. Over double the amount of money. But yeah, I've got an aged torch holder. This will be great for lighting up the place. Cool little aged table. An aged wooden bed, which again, do not underestimate the value of an aged wooden bed. These are, as far as I know, fairly rare, and they're the best bed in the game. So they're great for winter, because in winter you can only sleep... it's always nighttime in winter, right? Because the days are really short. So, and you can only sleep for 8.5, I think, hours with a normal bed. But with the aged wooden bed, you can sleep for 9.5. So it helps you to, pass the winter a little quicker when you're playing and you don't really want to deal with it being snowy and dark and all that. So, yeah, that's fun. Plus we got a little rice flour, which is the best grain in the game. Yeah, that was a great adventure. So I'll hit you guys when I'm back at base. Okay, so now that I'm back at base, I did a little organizing, putting things away, and I've ground up half a stack of these sulfur chunks into powdered sulfur. So the last thing I need here is some of this black coal. I've got a lot of this still. but I really probably am. Well, I'm actually kind of starting to run low, so it's maybe not going to be a bad idea soon to go get some more of that, which will be made easier with blasting. But I'd rather use more of my black coal, or use more of my brown coal, and less of my black. So we'll do that instead. So we just need the saltpeter and the sulfur, and this should be, yeah, quite a lot of it actually. Well, we need, no, this should be enough. I don't want to use all the, so saltpeter is also useful as fertilizer, and it's pretty good fertilizer too, so I don't want to use all of it right away. And sulfur is also useful for healing items too, so it's like, you know, I don't want to just blow all my sulfur and other stuff right away, because it's kind of a pain to go get more, so. Anyways, to turn this into gunpowder, we need to make it wet, which that should be easy. Oh, it really doesn't require much water either. And then after 12 hours of drying, okay, so basically we just need to make it wet, which will be easy. So let's do that. Anyways, now that we have the wet blasting powder, I wonder, is there anything that we can put it in that's going to make it dry faster? Well, I guess we'll just hold it in the inventory then, if that's going to be the best way to do it. Unless, no, you can't put it on the ground either. Maybe if I put it in a crate? Hang on. Okay, I'm guessing that the stored food perish speed means that it's going to be very slow. You know what? I think it's time to do a little building. I'm not going to lie. It's been quite a while since I've done some building, and this house needs to get finished. At the very least, the inside walls need to get finished. So I think it's time to, we've done our prep work, we've you know, done our homework, eaten our vegetables and whatnot. Oh wait, actually we need lead first. We haven't finished eating our vegetables yet. So let's go get some lead, and I know there's some very close by. Meteor, no, lead, there we go. We still need our bullets. It's the only thing we need left, and then I honestly think we'll be fully prepared to go to the Resonance Archives, which again, not going to do that today, but definitely next episode. And that's kind of the whole point too, is getting ready to go there. But yeah, so anyway, I'll be back once I've found some lead. Okay, so I said that fully prepared to pause the recording and all that. And I've immediately dug into bountiful lead ore, highest quality lead ore that I can find, by the way. Oh jeez. Oh, okay. Oh, this is silly. Oh, as usual, a pleasant occurrence, the cave-ins, as always. Okay, wow. Yep, that's a lot of dirt. Oh man. You can't be serious. I'm actually probably emptying out a whole forest worth of dirt here. This is crazy. What is going on? Okay. Wow. Anyways, I'm gonna get this lead, and I'll be back once I've got it, or at least enough of it that I'm not gonna bother getting more. Alright, so it looks like, despite the will of the dirt, I've probably managed to clear out most of, if not all of the lead that was here. So I think I'm just gonna get out of this hole, and well, I've relieved some shale rock here so that I can fix the mess I've made with the dirt. That's kind of my goal here, because I've probably put a pretty big hole a little closer to my house than I would like it. Yeah. Yeah, that's a hole, all right. Oh, yeah. Yeah. So I'm gonna clean this up a little bit. I just need the dirt not to fall in a giant hole. Oh wait, there's another piece of lead there. Look at that. That's probably the last one. And I think I might intentionally try to get the hole to fill itself in just a little bit. But anyways, I'm gonna fill this hole and then we'll get this lead smelting so that I can make some bullets. Okay, so lead is pretty fast to heat up since it is very soft. So lead, the smelting temperature of lead is 327 degrees. So you can smelt this stuff with wood if you wanted to. So I'm gonna make some bullets, and then I think it's gonna be time for some more building. Honestly, we've got 4 chisels that are in my opinion screaming to be used. So grab a couple of those. Oh, and I guess we could test out the gun too, right? Why not? Well, we'll test out the gun at the end, because this gunpowder is still taking, or blasting powder is still taking a bit to dry, and then I also have to actually grind it all up in like twice, I think, to at least once. Anyways, so yeah, let's just, while we're waiting on all this stuff, maybe it's not a bad idea to just do a little building, right? Pour our bullets, and then we'll finish up the inside of the house. I think that's a good idea. So the interior of the house is, at least the walls, the interior walls are done. So the structure of the house, I think, is finally completely done. There's a couple finishing touches I want to add. I think I might add a roof beam here, similar to this one here. And then I also want to add some support for this chimney so that it actually looks like it's like supposed to be there, you know, and it's not just like floating in the air. But then outside of that, I think, you know, the interior needs some work too. Don't get me wrong. I definitely need to put, I don't know, like a chair down or something by the hearth, and I need to decorate the bedroom similarly to this room too. Hello. Goodbye. But yeah, the interior I think is done, which the coarse gunpowder is now also done. So I think I'm gonna get out I'm gonna replace my previous bed with this nice new aged one. Oops. And now I shouldn't freeze when sleeping in this room because it should be completely isolated, closed off. Like, the game should be seeing this as an actual room. So I shouldn't freeze when I wake up, but we will find out. So anyways, I'm gonna hit a quick sleep, and then I'm gonna grind up this gunpowder, and then we'll test out the gun. Alright everybody, so the gunpowder is completely ground up. I made a couple pieces of linen and cut them up into these linen patches. So let's first load the gunpowder into the gunpowder flask. I think, oh yeah, I just have to hold right mouse button to fill this up with the, yeah. So it does take a little bit, but we're filling up our powder flask here with quite a bit of gunpowder, actually. Really, I did not need this much gunpowder, so I overproduced a little bit on that. But the bullets are really easy to make, so that's not too big of a deal. Yeah, our flask is almost full. Okay, so it looks like 1 gunpowder is 4 flask uses, so it's actually you only need 2 stacks of gunpowder to fill this thing, I think. Yeah, probably about that. So now to do this, okay, so we load it. Okay, so, and then I'm guessing, yeah. Okay, so I don't need to have any of this stuff in my hotbar. I just need to have an empty offhand to actually load the gun. But once it's loaded, yeah, once it's loaded, I don't need to have an empty offhand anymore. So, I wonder, I remember, if I remember correctly, there was some bears over this hill. And supposedly this is going to do 32 damage. And we can put 600 bullets through it. Okay, that's quite a bit, actually. So this is a pretty, should be pretty powerful. But let's see if we can't find a bear. That, I feel like that's a good test target for us. I don't want to test it on the drifters because I have a feeling that it's just going to one-shot them, and that doesn't really give me a good idea of how much damage it's actually doing. Although I suppose in winter bears hibernate, don't they? We might not see any bears. But I don't want to really test it on my own animals. That seems a little foolish. There was some ewes. Maybe that's a good target. Oh, perfect. There's a bear. Okay, let's see. And okay, so we hit it. Uh-oh. Can I load it on the run? Not really. Oh, there's two bears. Oh, this is bad. Uh-oh. Oh no! They are not happy. Uh-oh. Okay. I think I'm definitely moving a little slower when I'm loading this. Or maybe not, actually. Uh-oh. Okay. Okay. The bear is still upset, unsurprisingly. Maybe it'll get distracted by these chickens. Uh-oh. Oh, and there's even pigs here. Get distracted, leave me alone. I think it actually almost did get distracted by those pigs for a sec. Hang on. Oh, the other one's right there. Oh, this is bad. Dude, oh no. Okay, one, I think they both fell in the hole. Yeah, or at least one of them. Hang on. Oh, they might be deep in there. Oh yeah, they're down there. I think I see it, in fact. It's deep down there. Oh no, it's, yeah, okay. The bear is gone. At least one of them is gone. I don't know what happened to the other one. It wasn't really my intention. But, so it's not going to one-shot a bear, which is good to know. So it's not doing crazy damage, but there is a boar over here. What's your weight? Okay. Oh, there's the other bear. Hang on. Offhand should be empty. Oh, I can't shoot with the... Wait, is it not loaded? Oh, no. Oh, okay, there we go. Oh, they're fighting. They actually are fighting. Okay. Oh, yeah, that is slowing me down. Oh, wow, the bear... So, actually, something I didn't realize, too, is that this is not a bad way to test my armor, either. And, okay, I might have to... Okay, there we go. I was gonna say, I might have to use more traditional means on this bear. Okay. I should have some time to load, as long as I make sure I keep going in the opposite direction. And... Oh, no! It canceled, it canceled, it canceled. That's bad. Oh, there's... What is this? It's Bear City out here! There's 3 bears, I think. You can't be serious. There's a black bear, there's a brown bear. It is actually Bear City. This is crazy. Okay, hopefully I can lose this one. That should have worked. Yeah, there we go. I don't see it, which means I think I have some time. Okay. Okay. So we're loaded. Ready to go. Now I want to actually find the bear. Shouldn't have gone like all the way into the depths, but maybe it did. It might have. Might have gone deep. I don't know. I keep losing these bears, man. Okay. Well, there was another one over here. There. Oh, that's it. There, I think. Let's maybe we try to like sneak up on it. Maybe that's the best way to do this. Take aim. Steady. Okay. So we're not doing, I think, quite as much damage as I'd like to be doing. That probably didn't work in terms of evading the bear. Okay. We've managed to convince it to go in the hole for real this time. Okay. Now, where did it go? Oh my god! Wait, how did it get up there? Why does this have to be so terrifying? Wait, don't tell me that killed it. It falling those 3 blocks could not have killed it, right? Surely. Oh, wait. Where did it go? Dude. Oh, there it is. Yeah. That didn't kill it? Really? What? I think it's a little confused. Yeah, it is a little confused. Alright. Oh, it's running now. Oh, it's actually running. Okay. So it's... Okay. So I think this bear has taken us 3 shots, maybe? But I now need to catch up with it. See, that's going to be the struggle, is catching up with it. To actually shoot it and finish it. I don't want to miss. Okay, 4. I think that was shot number 4. Oh, and now it's upset again. Okay. That's not good. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. Oh, no. Oh, it's gaining on me. Yeah, yep. Okay, hopefully this will kill it. Oh, that did kill it. Okay, so I think it was like 5, maybe. 5 bullets. So, because I ended up using 7 bullets, but I don't know if that's because I don't think I was shooting the same bear the whole time, because I think there's another bear over here still. Do I have to redo that? No. Okay. Once it's good, it's good. There was another one over here, I think, and there should have been a boar around here. Yeah, this boar got killed by that bear. One of the bears, which kind of sucks because I was hoping to test it on the boar too. But I'm starving now, and I don't see the other bear. So I think it's time to head home. Okay, so now that we've tested out our new weapon, which it's fairly effective. It's not crazy, but it's fairly effective. I think just to, well, I don't know. Nah, I think I was considering taking my armor off because I didn't want it to get damaged and because I didn't want it to slow me down too much, but we're pretty much walking at like default speed right now, so I don't think that's going to be too big of a deal. I think what I want to do now is try to finish the house. So the interior walls are pretty much done. Well, no, they are, actually. The interior walls are done. So I want to add some extra roof beams, maybe? Because I have this one here. But this room isn't as big. So maybe I won't put one in here. I don't know. Maybe one like there. Might be a little too close. Well, at the very least, I want to get this a little more decorated. So I want there to be some more things in the house that are like interesting to look at. So I think I'm just gonna jump right into doing that. Okay, everybody, so I think everything that I want to get moved in, except for maybe these two things, where do I want to put them? I guess they can just sit down on the ground here for now. I think pretty much everything that I wanted to get moved into here is in here. We got lots of space, which is good. So, which if I put the torch away, it is decently lit up in here too. So it's pretty well lit. We got a good amount of space. And then we have more storage space for little oddities that would fit well on cabinets. And then like some of this fun stuff. Hang on, I just realized some of this stuff would be fun to put on there. One of these. And one of these maybe. Right. Some cool rocks. Yeah, cool rocks. Yeah. So yeah, we've got them, and then couple little things. I'm going to eventually. I can't right now. I think it's because it's loaded. That's why I can't. Otherwise I would store my pistol on that rack, but I can't. And like I said, I think it's because it's loaded. But then in here, we've got the nice chimney, which I built up a little bit. And I forgot to actually cook the turnips. Wow. That's smart. Yeah, wow. You know, and a good interior really goes a long way. We got a little table in here for eating. We're just sitting by the fire. The chimney is functional as well as looking a little more structural now too, which is good. So it's not just floating there. And then we've got the bedroom, a little bit of that rush matting in here still. And then a chest, which I'm debating on how I want to fit this in here. I haven't decided yet. I might like put a special like border around this if I can to make it look a little more full and like it's meant to be where it is. I don't know, we'll see. And then we've got some gear storages, so for the temporal gears, oops, and the rusty gears because we don't have a lot of those. And then a little chest here where we've got, you know, all of our gun-related stuff. And then everything else is just kind of random. So this is like dirt and gravel plus like flint and a couple other things. And then in here is like clay and like fertilizer-ish related / bomb stuff and some bones. And then the flax and some of the story stuff and extra chisels. And then over here we have like plants and sticks kind of, plus I should move the leather actually, plus like some extra linen sacks, which those would probably go out of there too. And then like building stuff, so anything that's like adjacent to building or building only crafting, that's all in there too. And then there's a little sack here with some healing items in it. And then the rocks and then the tools and some quern, or some, these are not querns, they're, what are these? Crocs, yeah, and then crocs and then bowls, so. And then some boots and this mannequin that is holding my old armor well, it's not really armor. It'll be my new armor eventually, but for now, it's just holding some leather armor and then my shield, which I think I could probably make this guy hold the gun actually, right? Oh, I can't. Okay, I think I need to unload this gun, which means now, and I'm kind of running low on food that's like worth eating. So now is probably a better time than any to go out and look for trouble, for lack of a better explanation. Go out and look for some trouble. And I think I'm just gonna put these in here. Why not? But yeah, so I did do a little organizing, a little, you know, quality of life kind of things. I could maybe put, I don't know, I could maybe spice up the walls a little bit. Like I could put like an actual like shelf here and then put another double chest here, but it's like, I don't really think there's a need for that. I have plenty of storage, and this room needs some clutter, so I'm not sure how I want to do that, but yeah, we'll see. Anyway, let's go look for an excuse to empty out this pistol. Something small. I want to see how much damage we can do. Also, something I realized too is you actually can two-hand these pistols, which is fun. So you can right-hand them, which is like pretty good, because if you could be good in the when we go to the archives, if I want to have a weapon and then an uh-oh I'm in danger kind of weapon as well, that might be good, could be useful. This mountain up here almost always has some sheep on it, so let's see if they spawned. They maybe wouldn't spawn because it's winter, and I did kill a couple earlier, so perhaps they've gone, but let's see. Oh, there's something. Oh, that's like a deer though. I ain't gonna kill that. That might be a sheep. Oh no, that's also a deer. Okay. Yeah. I think even if I shot at the deer, it would probably not die immediately. We're not doing a ton of damage with this pistol. Like we're doing good damage for sure. But we're not doing so much damage that I'm like, oh yeah, this thing is, you know, the I don't even the poodoo deer gives so little meat. Honestly, they're not worth killing. Just let them go. They're like little baby deer. They're not babies. I mean, they're fully adult deer, but it's like they're so tiny. Why? Why bother? They don't give you anything. Anyways, I'll be back once I've found something worth killing. Okay, we found a. Oh. It's upset. We found an upset boar. And this will be a good target dummy here to see how much damage exactly we're doing. This boar isn't one of mine, and I don't need him, so. Off you go. Okay. So not enough to kill, but very close to it. So the damage output of this is definitely not very high. And I don't know if a better pistol, I don't think better pistols, yeah, I don't think better pistols do higher damage. Yeah, so I did a little looking, and the steel pistol, it is actually better, but that's because it's a different kind of pistol. That's a flintlock pistol instead of a wheel lock pistol. So the damage tier is higher. So I'm guessing it's quite a bit stronger. But this little pistol is fun while we have it, you know. So. Okay, so we're back home, and let's see, now that it's not loaded, yeah, okay. So you just can't store a loaded pistol, but now that it's not loaded, we can store it, and we can do a little cooking of the meat that I got, which is good, because it's gonna be some of the first meat that I'm gonna eat in a while. Well, actually, I when I killed those bears, that gave me a lot of bush meat. But yeah, so I'm gonna cook up this meat really quick, and that'll probably do it for this episode. Actually, in fact, this will make some really good travel food. I think the last thing I want to do um, before we call it is prepare a good amount of food for the road. And I think, yeah, and our food stores are not looking amazing right now. That's okay though. That definitely will not be an issue very soon. Although, to be fair, we do have a lot of good weight rams and we have a ton of pigs. And the chickens are laying eggs. So, well, they did lay a couple eggs, so we'll definitely make it through the winter, but it might be a bit of a struggle on the way out. That's okay though, nothing I can't handle. If we gotta devote a ton of time to hunting wild game, it'll be annoying, but it'll be possible. So let me cook up some food quick. Actually, while I was cooking, I kind of reminded myself one of the things that we need. Not that we need, but that we'll want, and that I've been wanting for a while, is a proper lantern. I have been needing a lantern for quite a bit now, and I don't have any candles, and that's the primary thing. That's like the last thing that I need to really make my way in the Resonance Archives. So I've got some copper cooking up here, and now in order to get what I'm searching for here, which is a candle, we can pan this bony soil and it'll give us a ton of fun little goodies, but the biggest thing I'm looking for is a candle. So it'll give us, oh, I guess occasionally even, it won't always give us goodies, which is kind of unfortunate, but I'm looking to get some candles. Or just one even, actually, is all I really need. But a couple would be better. Because I do want to make some of those stone lantern thingies that look really cool. Put some of those around eventually. Probably not right now, but at some point. Let's see. Okay. Yep, so we can get like all kinds of fun little stuff. Who would have guessed that you can get bones from bony soil, hey? But yeah, while I'm waiting for the copper to heat up, I'm just gonna hang out here, sifting through the soil. So I've just realized I actually have 7 copper ingots just sitting here ready to go. I could have just been smelting these up into what I needed. I forgot I made these for like nails and strips and stuff. And I totally forgot about them, which is really funny. Oops. Oh well. What are you gonna do, right? Oh, it looks like the first of my food is done here too, which is good. I can. Okay. And then we'll cook up the rest. Which actually, I think I'm gonna go put this in the underground here, because I do want it to stay good for quite a while. I want it to be really well preserved so I can actually bring it with me when we go into the archives. Okay, so we've got the 2 copper plates we need. Now I think I just need to go back to sifting through all this bony soil and trying to get what I want out of it. Also, I finished cooking now too, and we've got a good amount of food prepped and ready. So we'll be in a good spot when the time comes to head out, which is good. So anyways, let's get back to the bony soil sifting. is. There's the candle that I need. So now I can take this candle with these two glass plates, or these two copper plates, take a piece of glass here, use my saw to chop that in half somehow. Come on, there we go. Can, put that back now. And we do a little bit of this, and I was wrong about needing two plates. I'm not very smart, but there we go. I don't know what to do with this now. I only need one, I was right. So now, yeah, now we have a much, so I guess it probably is a good idea to go somewhere where we're far enough away that it's dark. So to compare light levels, this is light level 18 versus 14, so this is nothing. This here is the torch, and then this here is the lantern. And it's whiter light too, so it's a little brighter. The little higher contrast light, so it's a little easier to see what you're actually looking at. Not to mention, you can also boost these with other forms of, like you can put a special plate in here to make it brighter. But now we can see much more clearly. And these also don't go out when you throw them into the water, which is the most important thing, because they're, I can tell from experience, we'll need that. So I'm gonna just finish up what bony soil I have, and then I think that's gonna be it for us today. Alright, so let's take a look at some of the other stuff we've got here. We've got some rough emeralds, rough paradots, copper spearheads, arrowheads. Got some more money, oh yeah, and some lore books. Can I, can't put these on the, alright, well, just break them down into bones then. Can I stack, like, oh, you actually can stack normal gears on temporal gears. Okay, that's cool. Might as well, right? Why not? But yeah, so I don't need to carry around torches anymore, which is really nice, because it's kind of a pain to do that. But we got a gold nugget, a silver nugget. Got a ton of little goodies to display in my shelf here, which is what I wanted. And we got some lore too. Oh, that's interesting. It's quite strange. There are bookshelves, but I don't really have them right now. I don't have one in this house, unfortunately. So I should maybe make one, actually. Oh yeah, that would be a perfect spot for it. Let me do that quick. What's a bedroom without a bookshelf, right? Throw those in there because they look a little funny in the cabinets. So throw those in there. There we go. And then might as well display our gems and such, right? I don't like that. Put them down here. And then some spearheads, because like they look cool, you know? Oh, they actually stick out a little bit too. It would be cool if you could stack them, you know? Stack them together. Maybe we put these on the bottom because they stack. Yeah, and there's a little bit of a lip on the bottom too that helps them look a little more natural when they're sitting there. Alright, we don't need to put flint arrowheads on the in the cabinet. One for decoration is plenty. Don't need any more than one. I'll just put them next to the flint. Alright everybody, well we're a little bit past the new year, but it is officially year one. So happy new year to us in game. That's fun, right? And we did a pretty good job of getting getting a little closer to being moved in, which I'm happy about. So we've got a ton of new molds, a bunch of coal and other stuff, and we finally finished the house. I think it's finished. I'm pretty happy with it. I'm gonna call it done. Um, I might come back at some point. Oh yeah, ignore the peat hole. I might come back at some point and try to spice up these back walls a little bit. Um, but I think it turned out really nicely. Yeah, look, you can even see the chimney slowly puffing away smoke. That's the volumetric smoke mod. That's what part of what makes it so awesome, is you can actually see your chimneys puffing out smoke, which is really cool. It has a really nice aesthetic to it. Um, so yeah, and I think overall the house, it turned out really well. There's a couple things I've learned from it that I'm not a huge fan of. One being that these half walls, they don't work. Um, you can't you can't do this. Your items, at least I don't know yet how to do it in a way that makes it so you can still put things on these walls. I think I just kind of maybe got a little too, like, maybe I shouldn't have put a window here and put only one here and then had this wall be a flat one. I don't know. But anyways, overall it turned out really well. I'm really happy with how it looks. And we've got our well still. It is still here, contrary to popular belief. Just kidding, of course. I mean, where would it have went, right? Actually, it kind of is contrary to popular belief because it's pretty deeply buried in the snow here. It's pretty deep in there. But yeah, so it is still here. The all of the water around it has frozen, which is really funny, except for some of some of it hasn't frozen, which is kind of strange, but still giving us a ton of water too. It's completely full of water still, which is great. Water, I think. Oh wait, you actually can just. Oh, okay, I didn't realize that. Water is probably going to be another thing that we're going to struggle to bring with us on the way to the Resonance Archives, which I just have a thought now. It's probably not a bad idea to just fill a couple of... where are my jugs? Oh, that's right, I put some extra jugs in here. Fill a couple of these. And actually, some healing items I just realized too would probably be a good idea, but we'll take care of that next episode. I think we're kind of running out of time here, so... Oh wait, why did it work that one time and not? Oh, wait, why are these full? I guess these got full with something at some point, but yeah. So we've got water now too, which, oh wow, we're really moving slow. Really move slow when we've got water, but so I think we're all ready to go to the Resonance Archives. We'll maybe collect some horsetail and cattail along the way for healing items. I'm sure there'll be some along the way, but we've got plenty of food prepared, at least to take us to the start. And, you know, we also have this nice, amazing house now. Nice place to set all of our belongings and not have to worry about running out of storage. We've got a lot of storage left, and it honestly looks really nice. I'm really happy with how this turned out. So this is awesome. And yeah, so that's kind of gonna be it for today. Alright, well everybody, we accomplished a lot today. I would say that all of the prep work that we needed to do, or at least, 99% of the prep work that we needed to do to get ready for the Resonance Archives is done now. And we've got new armor, we've got a new gun too over there, which is pretty sweet. We've got a great finished house, finally a nice complete house. So we can finally start to build some new structures around here too, which I think is going to be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to doing that because I've got a ton of ideas now too, for structures that I want to make. So um, I mean, we need a barn for the animals, right? So um, we need a blacksmith area. We need a windmill. We need a ton of things. So this is going to be a lot of fun, I think, to put those things together. Um, so we're fully prepared to go to the Residence Archives now too, which is great. So look forward to that in the next episode. That's where we're going to start. So yeah, if you managed to make it this far in the video, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed, if you could interact with the video in any way, leaving a like, commenting, subscribing, um, sharing the video with your friends, all of those things help me out in the algorithm. So if you could give me a little boost, if you enjoyed this and you want to see more, that would be greatly appreciated. Um, on top of that, if you do want to see more, I upload every Sunday, so feel free to subscribe, turn on the notifications, or whatever you got to do these days to get YouTube to show you videos you actually want to see, right? But yeah, so thanks for watching, and hopefully we'll see you next time.